Hello, everybody. Welcome. I am Devin. I am half of Dads and Dice, and I am back again this Friday with another solo stream. So, second Friday in a row, Paul is gone. He went out of the country, missed last night, or last week, excuse me. What's up, Dads? Cannot wait to tell you about the adventure. Oh, hello. Once I'm off the phone, Delta so far. What's going on, Patrick? Well, it's not just dads, or it's not dads plural, I should say. It is dad. It is just me again. I am soloing. That's what I was saying. Paul is out again this week. He is still in Ecuador with his family. I don't know that he goes once a year, but he goes every few years or so. His mom is from there, and so he lived there for a brief period and goes back to see family. So anyway, enough about Paul. We don't care. He's not here. I am here, and today I am going to be soloing Evacuation. I am very excited for this because this game looks really sweet, and this will actually be my first playthrough of it in general. So I'm really pumped to do it. So I'm going to switch over the cameras here and start tackling this game. So here it is. This is Evacuation. I know that it seems like I have a lot of stuff crammed here, and that is because I do. It's the best way I could make it work for the camera. But Evacuation is, I guess it's a little engine building game. That's kind of what it seems like. We are on this world here, and I think the sun is like getting too hot or something, and in 4 years time the entire planet is going to burn up. So we have to evacuate everything off of the planet and onto this new world that we have found that is supposed to be habitable. You start off the game with a whole lot of resources, but then you kind of deconstruct this little like already made engine for you, and you try and build the engine over here onto the new world. So every round we are going to be doing actions, and I am going to be playing with, I guess it's called the advanced variant, where I do not just have these kind of, normally you would have just these actions down here along the bottom that you would do, but I have these action cards, so I can either do the cards or I can use them for actions. The amount of actions you can do kind of varies. It's not like a set amount like you do, 3 actions and that is the round. Every time you do an action, you move this little disc here, and as you can see, this has little energy symbols, so it costs more energy the more actions that you do, as well as if you stack more than, I think it's 4, it is 4 or more cards in one zone, costs extra energy there. So I guess it's really kind of a action. I'm sorry, these dogs, of course, are going in and out. I guess it's kind of an action efficiency game where you are going to try and just maximize the actions that you do, or make the most efficient actions that you do. So different things that we'll be doing. We'll be building a stadium. I shouldn't start with that one, but we are. Well, we will be building stadiums. We all start with one stadium in the new world, but we'll be building stadiums in the old world, but we'll be building stadiums in the new world. That is to appease the people that are over there, right? We'll be building ships. These ships are how we are going to transport resources over into the new world. We will be settling onto the new world with either population or various different factories out. At the beginning of the game, we really only have access to this tundra area here, but we'll have this kind of progress track, and as you hit these kind of markers along here, you will be able to build into the different types of environments, which provide kind of more resources. As you can see, for kind of one subtle action, you put 1 here, but for one subtle action here, you put 2, and just make it more efficient that way. What else will we be doing? We'll be doing some infrastructure. If we fulfill these kind of settlement goals over here, this area, we can build this infrastructure, which gives us additional resources, right? So we're trying to, ultimately the goal of the game is going to be to build up as much resource production as we can over here. It's one of those that you score your worst, so whatever is your worst production is going to be kind of your baseline score. We'll be cloning, where we just kind of straight up pay some food and build some population over here. We clone some people we have out there. We will be prefabbing buildings, so you pay a resource and you put a building out over here. And I should mention this kind of area of the player board here, this is like you're floating into orbit in the new world, and then you will actually have to move down and settle onto it. So when it's over here, it's not doing anything yet. There's two spots on the board here, this one and this one. That is doing some research. So we can do research, your little, as I like to say, the rule breakers or cheaters of the game, various different things. There are 4 sets of these tiles. I just got up number 1 because it's my first playthrough, so they're all the same to me. But every player gets their own, and that is what makes you slightly unique from your opponents. I don't know how much variability because I've actually not looked at the others. But yeah, that's what it is. This last one here, anytime you see this symbol, it's gaining any resource. And this also lets me trade some resources here. That's really the game. So there's a couple things that I've already done as part of setup. One, I had an initial pick of 7 of these advanced action cards, and I selected 4 of them, and then I will basically always have 4 in my hand from here. And then I selected some goals over here. What else did I do on setup? I think that's all I've already done for setup. So the goals I've got here, so this game can be played in either a race mode where you are racing to be the first person to have at least 8 production of everything, have 3 stadiums over here. I think that's it. And if you accomplish that, you win the game. You can also play in points mode. When you play in solo, you have to play in points mode. And so that is, we got this little scorecard here, and we'll basically be scoring for our lowest production, as I said. So if my lowest production is, let's call it 8, I get 10 points. There are some penalties if you can't feed people, if you don't have enough stadiums. I'll get into those various things if you leave people stranded over here. So there are those kind of penalties. And then you will score these goal cards here, and then there will be this kind of scoring for the most happy faces of stadium, so who's entertained the people the most. So my goal cards I got, it's kind of interesting. You did a mock draft. Didn't work great for the solo, but we did it where I had a pile of 4 cards, picked one, and a pile of 3 cards, picked one, and pitched one from each, picked from the others, and got the last, and of those 4 you select. So I had this here, which actually refers to, at the end of the round here, we're going to look at this bonus card, and because we're playing at the advanced variant, if my action number is equal to or less than either of these, you will get that bonus at the end of the round, right? So I kind of saw this, and I thought, okay, I knew I had some low numbers here. I thought I could probably do under 6 action points. And so what that means is, if you notice, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you do any of these actions, like if I do this action, that's 3 action points kind of worth, or progress worth, I think is what it's called. So if I do this one, it's worth 3. And if I do this one, it's worth 0. So I thought I might be able to keep under 6. And this one wants me to, for every time across the game, I get the top bonus. I get 4 victory points. If I've done it at least 3 times, I get 5 victory points. So I thought, you know what, I think I'm going to try that. And then my next pick happened to be this, which wants me to settle in the tundra, which is kind of the free area. So part of the progress, it also will advance my cubes. I'll kind of get into, or my disc, and I'll get into that. But I thought, well, if I'm not really doing much progress point-wise, I won't get into these areas. So I think I could do those kind of together. And then the last one is just to settle people. So I'll be trying to do those kind of 3 things, scoring as many points as possible. I did a lot of rambling there, kind of trying to explain this game. So, hello, Board Then Play. Welcome. Appreciate you watching this morning. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice breakfast over this gameplay. I'm going to get into it. There is a bot in this. I've got kind of a deck here. The bot, it's a beat your own score type of game. The bot is there to block things here, and then to help cycle kind of these decks. That's really all the bot is there for. So I have this, can I place it? Yeah, place it right here. I have this checklist here. So the first thing you do in a round is income. And your income on the old world is going to be all of these symbols here. You count up the number of colors. So this would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orange, which is energy. There's actually 7 of each at the start of the game. So you get 7 of each resource at the start of the game, but you count up the number of colors. That's how many resources you get. And then you have to pay food as part of income. What's going on, Ken? Glad you made it. Welcome back. Haven't been around much, so hopefully you enjoy this kind of gameplay here. But yeah, so after income, we'll pay food. So in round 1 here, we have to pay 5 food from the old world. I actually already did that. That was part of setup 2. I got 7 of these, and then it left me with 2 food, and 0 in the new world, because we don't have people over there yet. But as the game progresses, it'll be 4 and 0, 2 and 2, 1 and 4, right? So we'll be doing that. Hopefully, Ken, it changed in a positive way, or, you know, sadly you're missing our stuff, but hopefully better for you personally, right? And so that's the check. Also, at the end of round 2, beginning of round 3, it's really, I think it's the beginning of round 3, you must have 1, I think it's beginning, maybe it's the end. No, the check is here. It's beginning of round 3. You must have 1 stadium. Beginning of round 4, 2 stadiums. At the end of the game, 3 stadiums. So let's check. Next up, we're going to do actions. So I'm going to start doing actions here. And again, I want to do like kind of as little action points as possible, because I want to stay 6 or under. I haven't played this game. Hopefully that's good strategy. It seems like it's cool that I'll be getting to do a free thing, which is kind of 2 action points worth, but it's like an action to do. So my first thing is I think I want to research, and right away I see, and these were randomly placed. There was 3 level 1s, 3 level 2s, 3 level 3s. I see that, you know, action 3 no longer cost energy, right? And so normally it cost me 1 energy. And so I kind of am like, I want to do that. But at the same time, I don't know. Like I have this that gives me a bunch of resources. I don't know if that's good. It's worth 3 action points. I know I need to build a ship this first round, right? And so I have for 0, build a stadium, build a ship. Now the stadium really doesn't do me much good right now. It is used for kind of the turn order for happy faces. But there is kind of this play where if I can get a resource, if I can get a resource over here, I could build a stadium over here. If I get 2 resources over here, I can build this stadium, or actually either of these. 1 resource, I can build this one. So I could build a stadium over here and not have to worry about like shipping a stadium over there for a little bit. Because you have this free stadium here that has no happy faces, but it's just over there to kind of help it. This is nice. Left side of the board reminds me of Century Golem. Okay. Over here. I'm not seeing the connection myself, but cool. I don't think it's going to play like Century Golem. So I think like coming here and doing a research and getting a resource, I could get 1 steel. Actually, that steel I accidentally had over there. I could get 1 steel, and then I could do this where I do this and then I build a ship. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to do that. So Research 3 costs no. The other thing is, I have like, as much as like I don't want to pay the energy, that's free. If you gain a year-end bonus, you gain a resource. Now that's kind of cool too, because my goal is to get the year-end bonus. But then at the same time, it's like this is like guaranteed worth a resource. This is like you have to hit it to get a resource. And then this, gain a food factory. Whenever you prefab a food factory, you may prefab a second food factory at any time. So I could like prefab a factory, and then, because I have some settle actions too. Let's, yeah, let's use, no, settle excite, ignoring this symbol. So there's some of these sites like this one where you'd have to have these 2 symbols to settle there. That's cool. Probably very good later in the game. Right now doesn't seem great because I don't have enough stuff to settle. So I'm going to put this here. And actually, in playing the advanced variant, I can only use this like level 1 action space one time. And I'm going to gain a resource, and I think I am going to gain a steel here. And then I also like possibly up here ignoring this and this. I don't know that I can afford to like research here. Yeah, what I think I'm going to do, I think I am going to gain that food factory. I mean, that, put it here. That alone is kind of like worth a resource, at least for this round. I don't know, maybe I'll research again, we'll see what we get. So that's what I'm going to do for my first turn. Then all the bot does is we flip this over. He is going to build a stadium. And he is going to take, I think this one, yeah, this is the X, so we'll put the bot stuff up here. So at the moment, he's going to be first player anyway. Thankfully, I was not planning to do that one. Actually, it could have been real bad if he had taken that one. And that's it. Oh, no, excuse me. The X means he does not do an action. Yeah, the X means he doesn't do an action because there's only one of those. He would only do an action if, I really enjoy it. Shelby, thanks. Yeah, you know what? Shelby, real quick. This is actually, you guys got 2 copies of this, and so Joe gave me one. So thank you guys. Appreciate it very much. And I've had it sitting for, I don't know, 3 or 4 months because Joe just told me how not good this game was. That's summarizing his words, I'll say. But Paul was like talking real big about like, oh, I really want to try this evacuation, and that's kind of why Joe like gave it to me. So I was like, we got it, but like I wasn't like itching to try it by any means because Joe had just been so down about like, it's just not very good. And then I read the rules, and instantly I was like, oh, one, I definitely understand why Joe didn't care for this game much. But 2, it doesn't mean it's not a good game for Devin. Like this seems like perfectly up my alley type of game, like action efficiency. So I'm excited to be playing it here. Again, if you didn't catch the beginning, it's my first playthrough. I might totally blunder this thing, but we're gonna try. So what did I do? I gained, we got lucky he didn't do an action, so he didn't gain this. I don't know if that's lucky or not, but he didn't gain that. Okay. So the second thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to just play this card here. Where can I play it? I'm going to play my card here. Where I will build a stadium and build a ship. So I'm going to spin the resource, and whichever side you spin the resource on is the side it's got to go. So I'm going to build this stadium here. Gives me no happy faces, but I think it was worth doing. We'll see. I don't have to worry about a stadium later. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then I'm going to build a ship. So I can build any of these ships. The cost right here. And the differences are what they can carry over. So what they can carry over, this can carry 2 basically buildings or stadiums. So it'd be a way like I could ship this stadium over, right? And I'm going to put this stadium down here. I'm going to move these goals. I'm going to move all this crap. I'm going to move all this here because I realize I did not make space for my ships. And so now they can go here and somewhere over here. Oh, I'm supposed to refill here. Put this guy just like that. Okay. So it can be so this can send, so when I send something over, one, it's got these bays here, right? So if I like grab this one here, this is my area, I just picked one. So I could fill it with 2, one of this like the yellow disc type of things, and one with like these gray discs. And then like this one, I can put a gray disc, and then one either building or like send this stadium or like send this building here, or actually one of those 3 buildings. So this would be, I kind of like this one because it's a blue and then 2 buildings. I like that this is cheap to send. Also, this one may not be bad. It sends 2 things, 2 resources. It does cost. Maybe I do that one. I'm going to do this one. So it cost me 3 steel. It will cost me during this transport phase, it'll cost me 2 energy. So I'm going to go ahead and place that there so I don't actually spend it. And then we'll deal with that during the transport phase. Do you think you'd like it solo? I will tell you that, Shelby, after I play this, because it was my first play of it solo. So I don't actually know. Okay, over to what the guy's going to do. He's gonna, oh, and you know what? I realized I forgot to place something of his. He has a little marker. And I probably left it right there. My bad. And it starts over here. And that just tells him where he's gonna place them. So he's actually gonna build a ship as well. Him building a ship is just getting rid of something. And you count 1, 2, 3. You count from the first one to go away. So I'm going to throw it over there because they don't do anything. Okay. Back over to me. I didn't draw another action card. Another settling. Man, if I had, that would be pretty cool. Settle a site with a person. What am I going to do here? I really want to research, because researching I always think is great. But it's 4 action points, and I have to stay under 6. And I'm at 1, so that would be 4, 5. Oh, I've done 2 actions. 4, 5. I don't think so. I might do this. Make 1 infrastructure move and settle a site. So the infrastructure moves are like getting these cards or playing these cards. So if I did that and I settled, this is cool, but it's not helpful now. May not be bad though. I think I'm gonna do that. Then I might just get spin that and that. I may just get resources. Yeah, we'll do this. So I'm going to play this one. So I can make an infrastructure move. That's just going to be taking a card. I'm going to take this one. Although I kind of like this card. This one actually seems more doable. Yeah, let's do that. I'll just place this. You're supposed to put it like sideways to know it's not in use. We'll put these. And then what was it? And then I settle. So I can settle this somewhere down here on the tundra. It doesn't probably matter too much. Let's do that, and I will have 1 food production. Okay, draw a card. Another settle thing. What's he doing? He is also going to do an infrastructure 1, 2. He's just going to trash that one. So again, the bot's just there to cycle stuff and then block things. That is it. Oh, and that cost me an energy. I forgot to do that last turn. I've done 3 actions. So now the next one cost me 2. So I can actually only do 1 more thing. And I'm at 1, 2. I need to be under 6. So I could either just straight up research. If I researched, it would probably be to just get this year-end bonus thing. Granted, I think I would like... Get this year-end bonus or just get some resources. I could send some resources over here. Because I kind of want to settle and send people. I really might do this one. All right, my debate. Do a research action. Or get resources. If I do a research, I do this one. If I did this one, gain this, infrastructures cost 1 less. Seems kind of cool too. If I did this one, it would really be because I could ignore symbols later and just not worry about them, which is the definition of ignoring. And eventually I could settle a site for free up in this area, which I kind of like. Gain an energy factory. All your energy factories produce 1 more. Not as exciting. This doesn't do anything for me now. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. So I'm going to pay an energy. This action cost 1 less energy. It's not paying energy. Oh, so I only have to pay 1 energy. Okay. I should have read the card. Gain 2 steel and 1 food. 2 steel, 1 food. I'm going to put them in the new world because I'm going to send stuff over there and it'll help me put some people down. Okay. What's this guy doing? Another infrastructure. He is going to take number 1, this one. Okay. What am I at? 3, 4, 5. I could do any of these cards. Build a ship. For the first flight, it can hold 1 extra steel factory. Ooh, pay 1 food, clone, settle a site. I have 3 energy. Okay, so here's the thing. I need energy to send this ship back. So if I did this one, I would not have energy to send, but I could produce energy. I think I'm going to do that. So this action is going to cost me 3 energy. Make sure I'm at right. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to pay 1 food to get 2 clones. And I did read in the rule book, it does say that you can clone even if there's nothing over there. Just think that you are cloning the crew of the people outside in orbit. And then I can settle a site. And I need to settle energy because I need energy to send my ship back. So this is once people on diagonals. So energy options for me are here, here, which would be 2 energy, or here. And then I could also get steel when I settle. I like that. I'm going to go there. So I get a energy production. Okay, over to the bots. They are going to settle. So they move this thing. It's like 1, 2, and then it's A. So they go A, 1, 2, and they just plop 1 down right here, blocking that space. That's it. And they're actually going to be done because once they have 1 card left, that's it. I'm also going to be done because I am at 3, 4, 5, 6 action points, which is what I wanted to try and do. Not too bad. I was wanting to settle in this area, and I've now done 2 of those. And I'm getting this, and I've settled a person. I think I'm not doing too bad, hopefully. So let's go through here. So transport. So now I can transport. So this can hold a yellow building or yellow place disc, a gray disc, and 2 of this. So these are people. So like you just flip this over and you put a couple people in the ship. I don't think I want to flip anything that is orange because I want the actions. I do need to feed 4. And I have 2 food here. So I think the steel production's okay for the gray one. So that gives me 2 people. And then trying to think. So based off what the bot's gonna do, they're gonna be in this zone and then like out here, so So I have access to suns. I think I might want, as much as I want people, I'll have 3 people over there. I think that will be enough. That I want to take a building. But the only really building I could do, I guess it's okay if I take the energy building. Yeah, I'll just take the energy building. Okay, now I can take 2 resources. I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 food. I'll send a food and a steel. Because then if I prefab the food thing, so producing a food. Do I just send steel? Maybe I just send steel because then, if I just send steel, I have a lot of food over here. I do need food to buy more ships. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm giving up 4 of that. I'd be able to afford any of the ships that I see. We'll send the food too. Okay, so I filled this thing up. It transports. It goes over here. I also don't have room, so technically you're supposed to put this stuff like above here. I have to make it work. So this stuff all just gets dumped into orbit. That energy goes away. Okay, and there is this penalty if you don't evacuate stuff. So that's like really the why you would, well, 1, it's to get stuff over there, but why you want to strip down this engine here. Okay, so I did that. Now we do turn order. It is based off of smiley faces, and he did not build one. I think when it's a, dang it, I'm sorry, I gotta look at the rule book. I think when it's a tie, it's just reversed. Turn order. Whoever has the most goes first, second most goes second. If some players are tied, simply reverse their turn order, which is kind of a bummer because that means I go last. Okay, then we will do progress. So we'll call it the dummy player, they are going to advance this 6 amount of progress tokens. 1 is going to go 2, 1, 2, and the other is going to go the remainder. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're there just to block stuff. That's it. Then the actual opponent is going to go the bigger amount, and they're also going to go 2, and then it'd be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, then I am going to go the amount of progress I have, which was 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think me going 3 and 3, and then this guy just kind of chills out down here because in the solo game you don't play with this line here. Once one of these crosses this, you actually have to just flip this and you get less production. Oh, I forgot I was getting more food that way. So I think that's fine. This way I don't cross. I get more stuff over here. Yeah, and unless I can get to like this space, No, this is fine. We're going to do this. So that's progress. Bonus. So I did get this bonus here. So I will get a steal, and then I can settle. And I think when I did that last settle action, I forgot to pay a steal. I definitely forgot to pay a steal, because you have to pay steal to settle. And I'm like 100%. I just want to go here because I will then have this, which is these in a diagonal. So I'm going to go there. I increase my steel production 1, and I've kept things even that way. So I think that was probably worth doing because I basically got a free action. Got the steel that used to settle. So now I can do an infrastructure action to actually activate this, which then increases production more. Okay, so that is this. And I think you use these little like chips to distinguish that you have done this. Little check. So I've done it once. Okay, that was progress. That was bonus. Cleanup. Oh, that the rightmost goes away of everything. This goes here. This gets shuffled. I should have drawn an action card, and then these just get discarded. Okay, that was a round. Not too bad. Where am I? It is technically them first. So it is the X, but it's the settle action. They will always do the settle. This is how much they move in that event. So 4. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're looking at A. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to go there. I don't think that matters too much to me. Interesting. This is research a technology, draw an action card, gain 1 energy. Oh, I'm sorry. I did the cleanup. I didn't do my income. I went straight into him doing his action. So income. So now I have orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Orange. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to feed 4, so I'm not going to collect that. 1, 2, 3. 3 food. I probably definitely need to build a ship. Probably this ship. Oh, this ship would then let me do that. That's not bad. Okay, getting ahead of myself. Orange, green, black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, and 5. And then I have 1 of each chilling out over here. So I know this energy. So to send ships back is always 1 energy. So that's going to go there. Okay, so right now I want to, again, be under 6 so I can do some stuff. What is that? That is prefabbing and, oh, these what do they call them? Infrastructures. So that'd be a way of activating this. Look, and this is 4. I want this card. I want him to not take this card. Okay. I I have 6 energy. It's enough to do up to 5 actions without this. But that would not send a ship. I probably need to send a ship, which is this. So I need to buy a ship. None of those ships especially matter to me. Both these have blue, so I don't care if he takes one. Okay, so I can do this whenever. So I think I'm going to do this research technology. I don't gain this. I need to settle too. This year you have these 2 symbols. I like that. That would let me settle here. And I have what I need to do that. Okay, so do I do that right now? No, he cannot block me from that. I think I'm gonna research. I'm torn on my researching. So this, if I did 1, 2, 3 actions, I can make my infrastructure cost 1 less, which is both of those. I think infrastructure has to come from the New World. Man, if I got this online. Okay, so that's what I think my goal is going to be, to get this going before this. So we could do that with that. So I need to settle. And this one would just be so good. I'm going to play this one. Research technology, draw 1 action card, gain energy. What's this? Do I make my infrastructure cost less? The problem is, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And oh no, I'm only moving 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. So like I can't go into this zone anyway. So I could probably get the symbols I need. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put it here. Okay. And I gain an energy. Okay, over to him. He is going to take the 3rd ship, which is this one. You have to count backwards because it says this is number 1. It's one little thing I'm not sure I care about. Not that it's hard, it's just, I don't know. I like that ship a lot too. I actually think I like that ship the most. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to draw an action card, plus I get one at the end of my turn, so at least now I'm up an action card. Ooh, another research. Pay to clone. And I mean, I'm wanting people, so... Play only if you have a thing. Build a stadium. It costs 4. I'm not using that. Okay. Build a ship. I have all this steel. Needs to be used anyway. You know what? Now that I think about it, maybe... To do 5 actions, I need 1 more energy. Unless I don't take this. Three, 4. That's 2. Okay, so it's interesting because like a ship like if I get a ship like this, I wouldn't really need to send a stadium, so I could send this one. Let's do that. All right, I'm going to do this. I am going to build this ship, which cost me 3 and 1. Man, but this one just seems so much better. I think this one. So it cost me 4 and 2. Hopefully I don't regret that. These 2 are going to have to go here. I'm sorry. I'm going to do that in 1 second. Just kind of remember I paid all my resources. I'm going to do this first. And I'm going to research this and gain an energy. So that is my second action. And then I can pay a food to clone 2. Okay. I like that. Draw. So a card like this, unique, not going to be super useful for, I think, what I'm trying to do, but it could be a 3, 4, or 5. That's also very interesting. You're building a ship and paying 1 extra food. Okay, what are they doing? They are going to build stadium number 2. So they got 2 smiley faces, so they will be going in front of me probably forever. Okay. So now I'm going to build the ship. Which I already did, paid this stuff. That's going to sit there. So now back over to them. They will clear this one. That could have like ruined my plans real bad. Ooh, that's also not a bad one. Yeah, I like that too. Okay. Back over to me. What was I doing? I need to draw another one of these. Settle a site, gain a clone. Interesting. I need to do this. So I've done 3 actions. So yeah, this would be rest my energy to do 2 more actions. I need to do this. So let's go ahead and do it. So this year I have those 2 symbols. It's actually the whole year. But I think this is for sure the best place. And also when you settle, you have to fill everything. When you send people, it costs steel. That gains 2 steel. So see, now I have 4. I can do this at the end of the turn. Plus it's not going to cost me anything. And this isn't bad because then I can prefab a food factory and a steel factory. Okay, I think that's good. That costs me energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Their last is go. No, that's terrible. That is very hurtful. Man, that crushed me. Okay. Okay, what am I doing? I could have done it this way. I should have done it this way. I won't take it back, but now that I think about it, no, I couldn't have. I couldn't have done it anyway. Anyway, there's nothing I can do, so let's see. Build a ship. What am I at? I'm at 1, 2, 3. Do 2 infrastructure moves. Man, that's rough. I think I'm gonna do this. Settle a site, gain a clone. Yeah. Gaining a ton of clones. I don't know if I'm wanting this many just people. One, two, three. I'm at 3. It's so hurtful that what it did there. If I went here, I could put this in play and gain this. So that when I settle the site, I think that's probably good. I feel like I probably want to get close to 6. 5, 6. I'm kind of worried about them making a bunch of clones because So if I have the wind symbol next turn here, you know what? Maybe I do that. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna settle a site. I only have one. It's cost me a steal. I probably want to do food. Yeah, I do have to pay 2 food next turn. Let's do the food. It's not. Oh, I can do this. That's still in a row. So let's do that. Increase the food. Oh, and that's my 5th card. And then gain a clone. I don't have to pay for that one. Okay. It's done. I'm now done. So we go to transporting. For the blue, let's send. So gray and blue, I only have one each. This does, as part of the card, send that. I could then have it send this stadium. I could also have it send. So if I am going 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. My settling could be pretty good next turn. If I don't send a stadium, I have to buy one at some point. That's all right. We're going to do this. We're going to send this food factory. Yeah. And then, so that was that, and that was the free action thing. So now it's the actual disc. So let's do the I have to feed 2 worth, which I have 2 leftover food. So it's really if I need a ship. Let's do this for the blue. And for the yellow, this one. Okay, done. So it transports over. All of this stuff comes. I have so much stuff just kind of floating out here. Here, and then this one spins 1 to go here. Okay, that's transport. Turn order. So he's first with 2 happy faces. And then this actually has 2.5 happy faces less. So I think that means it's at -1/2. So I think it goes like that. I think. So this round, both of them will be taking the bigger number. So the furthest only goes 1, and then this will go the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then it's me. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get a free resource, and then I'm gonna go here. Hey, what's going on, Co-op Guild? How far in are you? I just finished the second round, so I would say halfway. 2 rounds to go. And then I'm going to go there. So I have a sun symbol and then 2 wind symbols. And I get a resource. Both of these get flips. They will not produce for me. The idea is like the satellites are leaving the planet, so they don't provide any support. I get a resource. 2, 3, 4. I'm producing 4 energy. I'm going to take another one because I need energy. I think we're going to do that. Okay, that was the transport, that was the turn order and progress, did those together. Now the bonus, I did have, what did I have? Oh, I'm sorry, I messed that up. 1, 2, 3. I only go 3. Mm. 1, 2, 3. And I stay with the sun. So I'd have a stubble. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go 1, 2, 3. So actually one of these will stay here. This will go here. And then this one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Doing fine, mostly preparing for Gen Con. Ooh. Jealous of that. What games are you looking to buy, or what games are, piquing your interest with Gen Con there? I also don't get that energy. It's very exciting that you're getting to go. I would like to say one day Paul and I will make it, but I think that one day is like very distant future. Paul is a teacher, so he always is going back to school right around the time Gen Con is, so that rules him out. I am ruled out because I am in the refrigeration business, and summer is our busiest time, so I can't go miss. Yeah, I can imagine. So the other thing is, like, I'm not a big mingler, and going booth to booth and mingling, not quite my cup of tea. And I'd rather just do like the BGG con where it's all about just playing games. But one day I would at least like to check out Gen Con. Okay, so it's round 3. He is getting this added into his deck, just more of him placing out stuff. Introvert, not normal type environment. I mean, I guess, like, the nice thing is it's not like, I don't know, like a work mingling or church or something like that, where you're just like making chit chat with somebody that you probably have no interest in. At least this, like, you and whoever you're talking to share the exact same hobby. So I can see, like, that being good. I forgot to do the bonus. I'm going to do that really quick before I clear this. So I skipped that. The bonus. So I did have under 6. So 2 infrastructure actions was going to be activating this, which gives me bump, and I guess I'm going to pick this up because I can at least do it now. And all these are starting to get where like I'm going to need over here. Plus those are better, so but this has to at least move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. Okay. And I'll just set this one kind of like this, but down here. Okay. Where was I? And then did I clear? I don't think I cleared it. Oh, I have that symbol. So you cannot use the same pictures, even though that one is better. It is what it is. Okay. I think I cleared that. Did I clear this? Maybe I didn't clear this. I don't know. It doesn't honestly matter too much. I know I did this one. Okay, that's all clean up. Now over to income. Honestly, I'm enjoying it. I don't know if I'm doing well or not, and it is a Beachroom score, so no matter what I score, I'm going to say I did well. But I forgot to draw an action card. I am enjoying it. It's really kind of neat how I had this like full-on, we'll call it engine, get lots of income resources, and I have to strip it down. And so there's this decision-making process of like what? Like right now I'm in income phase, so now my income's super stinky, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of that, and then 1, 2 of that. And then 1, 2 of that. Man, real bad. So it's like really, oh, and I was supposed to send some resources over. I'm sorry, I forgot to do that. I had steel and I had food. I want to send 2 steel for sure because I have all these stuff that's gonna need steel. And then I have to pay, oh, we're on year 3. I have to pay 2 food here. And I didn't do my income on this side, but I'm about to. So normally I'd get 3 food. I'm only going to get 1. And then I'm going to get 4 steel and 2 energy. Okay, 1 of that energy has to be used to power the ship back. But yeah, I'm liking it. It's really, it has some neat decisions here for sure. That's right, Ken. Just like SpongeBob. I think this hobby is probably like a majority of people are introverts because just given the nature of the hobby, right? It's inside playing board games. We probably all have like that game group and where we like to have aspirations of like, oh, I play board games with anybody all the time. Everybody all the time, I should say. You end up playing with those same like 2 or 3 people every single time, right? Okay, where was I? Income. I did that. I paid everything. I do have a stadium over here, so don't get penalized there. Hey, Co-op Guild, thank you very much for the subscription. Really do appreciate that, for sure. I'm going to do some actions. They're going to go first. They would take a stadium, but they don't. Now it's me. And I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. I know I need to do a ton of settling. So this one I can go up to 9. I could also potentially bust this once. It's 4 victory points, though, if I stay under. I have no cards that let me settle right now, which is not so great. This one seems not great. Like building a stadium is cool. It's needed. Don't need now. I think I'm gonna have to just like go down here and settle for 2. Let me get rid of this one. So I'm going to do this settle action, and because I have, what do I have? I have sun and wind. I don't have that. I have this one. Yeah, this one. Oh, or this. Oh, the other part of that card I didn't do, and I was supposed to. I had the resources left over for it, and I was going to do it, was I can prefab for free, actually. And if I prefab my food factory, I could do another type, which I'll do steel, because of this ability. Okay, I think I'm just going to settle with this, though, still. I just need to settle a bunch. I do not want him blocking either of those spaces. I don't know which one's more likely. If he gets a 2, it gets there. If he gets a 3, they're both likely. I'm going to do this one, I think. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to settle. Cost me a couple steel. I do need a stadium by the end of this round. And I did not ship a stadium. Well, let's do this settle. I'm gonna go here. Pay those. Go bump, bump. Yeah, that's it. This graphic design is very overwhelming to me. Yeah, and I'm sorry. To make this like fit, right? We don't have like the best camera. We're working on that. We want to get one that is much more crystal clear. But to make this fit, right, I had to put the board over here, and I literally had to just kind of shove everything down here. So I do apologize for that. Anyway, that's sorry. Okay, I did one action. He is getting rid of this ship. Yeah, that is true. They are. Okay. Next up. So I drew a settle card, which means I probably want to play the settle card. I could settle here now. I mean, I'm doing my objectives, right? It's placing in the tundra. It's settling people. I should want at least 8 or 10. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's looking good there. I'm going to be able to ship everything over with just these ships, so I'm not too worried about that. The downside right now is this stadium thing. I think I'm going to have to use this to buy this stadium. I have 1 energy left over. Could build this stadium. I think I can only do 4 actions this turn. I've done 2 point worth of actions. I really want to do at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points worth at a minimum, because I want to start building in this area. Exchange. Resources and settle a site. Maybe I do that. Or I just play it here. All right, so let's think, because I really just kind of want to do a lot of settling, right? So if I settle here, if I do 4, 6, 8, 9, that's exactly 9. Where would I be going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That seems pretty good. That seems very good. So that was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's my 4 actions. Okay, let's do that. So, let's go ahead and settle. Let's get other options. Let's get rid of this for the other settle. And then we're going to settle, I think, just one of each of these, like this. Go in, boop, boop. And then I probably want to do this. I want steel. We're going to do this. This and this. I think. No. Just kidding. I'll take that back. Do it like that. Okay. Over to him. Just getting rid of this one. Ken, you have been. It's really challenging trying to figure out how to present games on camera, especially sprawling ones like this. It is, and we're using a decent like overhead camera, not like top of the line though. That is going to be kind of like our next purchase. Go all in on something that just makes it crystal clear, really for you guys, because the problem right now is we have played around with the idea of like zooming into player boards or that kind of stuff, right? And it starts to get grainy when we do that. So we want to be able to do that, right? Like have on our edited playthroughs where you zoom in and you see that I'm dealing with this kind of stuff or whatnot, or Paul or whatever. So we the best way is going to be to just get a new overhead camera. We could use like a second camera somewhere, but that's what we're going to go with. Yeah, that would be awesome, because I will feed that information to Paul, because Paul's really the expert on that kind of stuff for sure. Okay, what was I doing? They just did that. I mean, they've done 3. I've done 2, so it's on me. I forgot to draw. Pay 1 extra resource to make 1 infrastructure move and research a technology. Now, I really thought I was going to go into this game like hammering this research track, and just didn't pan out that way. That's really cool, but I had in my head the plan I was going to do, so I'm going to stick with it. Do I do this? Yeah, I think anything else I settle is like out of the way of them. This one kind of isn't, but I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going to do this one now. That's 4. This is my 3rd action. That goes there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, I'm still good to do that as that. So expensive stadium here, but I'm going to build a stadium. I think I'm going to build this one. Keeping the food. Yeah, we're going to build this one. See that the best you can. So now I have 2 happy faces. So assuming he doesn't get another happy face, I get to be first player last round, which I like. Okay, doing that. And then him. He's just going to clear that guy. Which he's like clearing all of these like... Ooh, I don't have that symbol. Have I done that? Built 2 diagonal? Yes, I have. I don't have that symbol? Wow. Maybe I do some infrastructure actions? No, we're going to stick to my plan. I'm going to draw this, though. Maybe I do some infrastructure actions next round. Maybe. Okay. Well, my last 2 energy is going to be, what was it? Oh, settling again. I think settling is my best bet. Now that I think about it, it's kind of the same, right? I could do this infrastructure and I get 2 food. Or like I could settle this and I get 1 and 1. I need to settle. I get penalized for that. Make a resource exchange. Let me think about that in a second. But first, I'm going to spend 2 to settle this. I built these pretty evenly. Way better than I was kind of expecting to do. I think that's the one I want. Yeah, that's the one I want. I'm not going way out in here, which I feel like is what you're supposed to do. But it just makes sense like this and then plopping a bunch of stuff down. Although you can plop a bunch of stuff down for this kind of stuff. I want to be able to get these 2 spots next turn. I know that. That is going to be like top priority. Okay, yeah, we're doing that. How many on this have I done? Have I done 5? Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 times 2, 16 plus 7. Seems good. They said in the back of the book, like, good score is, a good starting score is like 60, and then like you can aim for 80 once you start knowing the game. So we'll see what I get. Okay, I did that. I think, oh, I was going to do a trade, potentially do a trade. I feel like one of these guys for energy is probably the best trade to make. I'm going to produce nothing on the old world. So this is it. And I don't need... I do have to build another stadium, which kind of sucks. Future problem. Yeah, future problem. Okay. His thing... He's going to settle. He's going to go 1, 2. Looking at A. 1, 2. Okay. I'm passing. Yeah, I'm passing. And he's going to settle 1, 2, 3. Looking at B. That's no bueno. High chance I really wanted that spot. I think that's what I was trying to aim here for. Oh well, it's done it to me twice. Okay, that's it. We can transport. I'm gonna load up 2 of these. I'm going to load up what do I, oh, it doesn't matter. It's really what do I want left? Energy. So I'm just going to load up 4 people. I do think I am going to lose 2 victory points for these guys like floating in space. Actually, I could potentially settle at the end, so maybe not. Okay, load up those. So all of this comes here. Goes away. And this one. Turn order. So we both have 2 happy faces, so you swap turn order. And that guy's still bad. And then we progress, and I did exactly 9, 4, 5, plus 4. So I think I was going to go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get a free. Okay, let's think. Am I doing research? If I'm doing research, I may as well do this one. Energy factories produce 1 more. Though I only have 1. This just saves me an energy. This just gives me a resource. So having this be my last straw, I could do this and settle using that energy factory. Dude, him taking this was a bummer. Yep, it is final round. I should, well, here in 1 second. I think I do that. Yeah, I think I do that. We'll see. Okay. So I did the progress. Oh, I didn't do progress for them. It's an odd round, so they're both going to go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this time you use this ring. And then 1, 2, 3. No, not both. This one, just the, this one is not. This one's using the 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's what they're doing for sure. And then clean up. Now the advanced ones that there's 0 chance I can do because I'm sure they're all like high terrain stuff. I'm assuming Steve is co-op guild. Sorry I didn't know your name, but yes, thank you very much, Steve. Okay. Let's clean this up and let's do this last round. Let's see what we got going on. So let's do our income. Oh, this is now here, so I just get 2 energy. However, once you pass this, which I did somewhere here, I can now spend energy from either planet. So I'm still not gaining a ton of energy, but some. Well, this has to go here. So let's do, I got the 2 there, and it's just 5 of all of this. So 5. 5. It would be 5 food, but I have to spend 4 of it to feed people and 1 from this planet. Okay, so this last round I can settle if I do a bonus. And I probably want to do that because otherwise these guys will be worth negative points. So I need all of this steel. Ugh, that's not good. I need all of this steel in order to produce 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I don't have to buy another stadium because this can send a stadium. Who cares if I don't have the most happy faces on stadiums? How much points is it? 6 versus 4 points? Oh no, I think in a 2-player game it's just 4 points. Okay, so what do I want to do? I know I need to settle. Interesting. If I settle twice, I can put all my people down. Him taking this was a real kick. Okay, settling twice puts all my people down. but no factories. If I can end with a double wind bonus. Oh, that seems real hard to do. How much do I want to do? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm using this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Yeah, I don't see that happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I could forego the small bonus. Oh, I've done this every time. I could forego the small bonus, but it is 4 points. I think I do this one. I research and settle. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna research this. So I gain an energy factory. Oh, and this one is settle a site that requires at least 1 factory. Okay, so if I go here and I need another person. I think this is still what I want to do. So I'm going to settle this space with this and this. And one of these. I should also think, I think I only have enough energy. 1, 2, 3. I have enough energy to do 5 actions. So this is 2 energy and a steal. And then now my energy factories produce 2 more. Okay. Okay. Over to him. He's getting rid of this guy. That's quite alright with me. This is like the last one of something I could do. I don't think it's going to matter. 'Make an infrastructure move, prefab and energy building. I don't think I care about that. I think I just want to settle. I'm not using this card. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's gonna be close on these actions. Okay, I'm gonna settle just do a basic settle. I guess this space costs 3 people. Go 1, 2, 3. To go 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 2 actions. Over to him. He's gonna go 3. 1, 2. I think it sits like this. 3. B. 1, 2, 3. Well, don't have to worry about that one. Okay. Hmm. 2, 4, 6. I don't know how good the 4 points here is, but I think I'm just going to do a basic settle again. One energy. Interestingly enough, I am capable of ending the game early if we were in a race, which I didn't think I would be. Let's see. What to do? I actually think I'm going to just settle somewhere down here because it's worth 2 points to me. Might as well be this spot. Okay. Over to him. He is going to move 4. 2, 3, 4. This surely doesn't affect me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I feel like I have a couple options here. I should have another card. I'm not using that card. I could do an infrastructure action. Something like this. I actually can't do much. 2, 4, 6, and I need to stay under 7. So I can do one thing that costs 1 and one thing that costs 0. I think I'm going to do the 0 first, because it's what I got in hand, and maybe I'll draw something. I do have a sun symbol, so I gain a steel factory. That part's going to not be helpful. And then I can make 2 infrastructure moves. My first is going to be to put this together. It is free because of this. And I have 2 of these there in a line. So I get 2 more food production. So 9, 10. I think you place this here, I think. that's 1. And I guess 2 in the event I do another infrastructure action, which I may. So that's it. He is going to take this ship away. So yeah, honestly, I think my last turn, doesn't matter which one I use. I'm just going to do this because then I'll be at 2, 4. How many cards did I play? Oh, I just played this and forgot to move it. Oh, I'm supposed to draw. Let's see if that changes things. Definitely doesn't. See, I'm going to do this just for the infrastructure action of setting this up. Because I also have a diagonal, mini diagonals. So I get 1 more of this and 1 more of this. It's worth 5 points if I can settle here. That's what I'm going to be aiming to do with the bonus. Okay, over to him. Number 2. These don't matter because I can't get any more. I'm done. He will. What is that? Is that build a stadium? We're going to tie on stadiums. Look at that. 3. Doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3. And a 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the end of the game where we just finish things up. Transport, so I do have my stuff here. I forgot to pay for those last 2 guys that I built wherever. I think it was here. That's that. So I'm going to transport this one. I'm going to transport this stadium. And this for 2 more people. I spent the last 3 doing that. Okay. Wait, that's also trash. I don't have no energy. Okay, did the transport. Turn order. This could mess me up, but we'll see. Gonna do that. And then progress. So they are both gonna go the 12. So this one will go 3, 1, 2, 3, and this one will go 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's definitely not messing me up. This one will go, what, 3, 1, 2, 3. I don't think that'll mess me up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, technically I go before him. Okay. I just need to end with a wind. It's worth basically 5 more points for me to end with a wind. I am moving 7. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That looks like the move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's good. Okay, so I get to do the bonus, so I get to do research. That part doesn't matter. I don't have another chip. That part doesn't matter. It's not worth any points. And then I get to settle. And I have exactly enough to settle these 2 here, putting both of these to 10. Whoops, 10. And that's it. Now so that is the game. Right at about 2 hours, not bad. I was thinking 1.5 hours to 2 hours, so I'm okay with that. I have no idea how I did, so let's go through this. Honestly, I gotta look at the book because I don't even know what these symbols for scoring mean. Kind of like Michael was saying earlier, in that this game has an endless amount of symbols. So, where is it talking about points mode? Here we go. Score. So first you score your lowest. Oh, it's on here. So first I score my lowest production. So my lowest production is 10. So that will be 19 points. Each gold card. Oh, there's 3 gold cards. And I did this the last time. Okay. So each gold card. So this one is 2 points for every tundra site. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And I did at least 5, so that is 27. This one here, I did it every single time, so 4 times 4 is 16, plus 5 is 21. And then this is the amount of these people I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 plus 8 is 25. Next up, take penalties as shown. So 2 for each old world site not evacuated. Cleared all those. An additional 1 point for each population token that could have been evacuated. I did all my, I think I misunderstood that. Now I understand. I thought it's if they were over here floating in space. Either way, it bumped up my production, so not bad. For each stadium you're missing, you're expected to have 3 on the New World. I have 3 on the New World. Got that. 3 for each penalty chip you took during income phase. Did all my income. No penalties. Heck yeah. The player has the least stadiums on the New World score. Players who have at least 3 stadiums on the New World score points for happy faces. Don't count happy face on any stadiums. Player the most gets 6. 4. Exception, a 2-player game. It's 4 and 0. If players are tied, divide. He did only build 1 stadium. I'm not exactly sure. Scoring. So you get 4 points for having at least as many happy faces, and 0 if the other civilization has more. So you get 4 points for having at least as many happy faces, and 0 if the other civilization has more. Well, I do have 2, so I guess I get 4. And then, what is this? What is this symbol? Oh, these are the modules. Oh, these are the public goals, which is a module, and area control. So modules for multiplayer games. Dang it, I don't have my phone, so I have to actually do math here. 10, 21, 26, so 6, 2, 3, 5, 7, 96, I think, if I'm doing that right. 19 and 21 is 40, that is 67, so 87, 92 plus 4, 96. I think I did good. This says we think 60 is a good score for a start, but you could probably get 80 once you mastered the game. I think I mastered the game. I think I crushed it. I think I scored a lot of points for just bumping up the tundra, right? Like, I did the tundra and I did people. Worked out. I mean, even this was actually, I thought, going to be like big to do that bottom bonus thing. It's the least of my bonuses. I think that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So, Paul, what did I think? I think I would much rather play this game not solo. Mostly because it's a beat your own score, right? I mean, all the solo was good for. Let's talk about all it was actually good for was it just helps you clear up things so you see more cards and more stuff, right? Like, it doesn't really when it's doing a ship or whatnot. I guess stadiums technically can beat you there. So the good of it is it's the ships and the infrastructure and the I guess even stadiums. That's all there to help you clear stuff. Stadiums do make it where it does this little progress thing. It never got in my way during the progress, so I'm sure like, oh, it kind of could, but I don't think that's ever going to be a major thing, a bit blocking you there. I don't know. It blocks out spots here. It did take my first round. I thought was going to be great, and I was going to have lots of infrastructure stuff. Not that one. Wherever it was. This one. I was going to be able to get this, and literally the turn, like before it went out or something like that, it cleared this. That did kind of suck. So it did make me at least think. I don't know. Maybe it was the second round. Either way, I thought this was pretty good, and then I had to basically settle for something that was what I would consider significantly worse since I was already headed toward that. I don't know. I liked it. I just want to play it multiplayer. That's really where I stand on it. I thought it was this tearing down of your resources that you start with here was a lot more interesting of a dynamic than was a lot more interesting of a dynamic than I thought it was going to be. Like I thought, oh, you're just sending over the resources, but like thinking, oh, I'm not going to get that income, right? Like I don't want to send the energy because I'm still relying on that energy, right? Okay, I can send the food because I don't have to feed as much, but I can't send it all because I do still have to feed some. So I really like that. And then I like that it was, so you're stripping down this already built engine for you in a way of like, how do I still use some of it? And then you're building out an engine over here of, okay, what do I need, right? I need the steel to be able to put down more people, right? I need the food because I'm going to have to start feeding over there, or possibly to clone or that kind of stuff. The energy over here, I didn't actually use much until that very last round. So there's this thing here where once one of your little progress markers crosses here, you can use energy from either world. Once both cross here, it all has to come from the new world. So I could see where you could get really energy starved if you don't produce enough energy before crossing. This mechanic here I really enjoyed. Having to stay below those thresholds. I thought going into this game when I was setting it up that, oh, I'm always going to do the bigger one, right? Because I want to do more stuff. But then getting this card made me play this game where I had to be very careful about my action point numbers, and I liked that. It ended up making me play a different game than I thought I was going to play even when I was reading the rules, so I thought that was really cool. I think I would like to play where I either didn't care about that or was going for the bigger one so that I could do this progress track and go into these spaces that like I'm just looking here, you don't need any symbol to place there. Look, you get the 2 suns, you place 4 things, right? And then over here has really cool ones where, you go here and that is worth 3 energy. So I like that. This game does come with modules, right? So technically I played with this advanced actions, right, is a module. I don't really typically like games that do the module um, way of expanding. Um, I would personally rather it be something like basic game, advanced game, right? Like you got your basic game that maybe strips down things, and then you have the advanced version. It's just everything thrown in. I don't like that it's like, okay, you can add in the advanced actions. Like for me, I will never not play with those. I don't I don't know that I would have enjoyed this game if I was limited to just this. Um, I feel like the game would. Um, I don't know. These allowed me this decision space. You know. I also thought it was very interesting. They'd have ones like whatever the build the stadium, but it cost 4. So I don't know. I just really enjoyed that. I don't think I'd ever play without it. The other one is there are public objectives for in the multiplayer game. So first complete, get that many victory points. I think you obviously only play that in the points mode of things. And then they have this area control thing. So the way I would view it, right, if I was playing in race mode, I would still play with this advanced actions. I, again, never not play that. If I was playing in points mode, I'd probably just play with everything, right? We're going to do area control. We're going to do these public objectives. But I don't know. I just don't really care for the games when they not care for games, but I don't really like when games do the modular system. Like, okay, this time we're going to do the area control, and then next game we're not going to do the area control, but we're going to have these public objectives, and I'd rather it just all be lumped in. So anyway, I don't even know if that answered your question, Paul, but I did enjoy the game. The solo's cool to get to check it out, I will say that, but I think I'd just rather play with people. I feel like while there's not probably a ton of interaction, I think there's probably, like, I was taking the, like this one kind of sucked, right, when he did go there. Because, like, I was aiming for that. Like, all the ones that use these little wind and, right, like, playing with somebody, they would not have let me fill up the tundra with all of these, like, good go-to spaces, right? I would have had to have scored significantly less because somebody would have used theirs to go here because those spaces are good, and I would have, used my settling to just do one. So yeah, I'm excited to play with you too, Paul. I think it'll be good. I don't know if Shelby is still around, but she asked me very early on. She likes this game. Joe does not like this game, and if I thought Joe would enjoy it solo, final verdict, he probably would not. I doubt this solo changes the game for him now. I also don't know if Joe played with these advanced actions, but not that I haven't not played with him, but I could not ever see not playing with them. So it's pretty cool. Honestly, I'll tell you the thing I'm most proud of. I met the conditions for triggering the end of the game if we were doing a race. I'm pretty happy with that. I technically would have done it at the end when we did our little transport and I sent over the last ship, but I'm happy that I was able to accomplish that. I actually think I could have done it a turn sooner because I would have just not needed the steel, and I could have bought, I think it was this one, Stadium. So I don't know. I'm proud of that fact for sure. So that's all I got. I don't think it was too bad. 2 hours is for me what I expected. If I'm playing a solo, this is kind of what I want. So I enjoyed it. So Paul, are you back in the States real quick? I don't actually even know. If so, I lied to all of these fine people saying that you were still off gallivanting in South America. So I'll give you a second answer. No, next Wednesday. Oh, okay, so you just must have Wi-Fi. So okay, I had told them all that you were still gone. I didn't want to be a liar, or them to think I was a liar. Going into the Amazon tomorrow. Have you been beaching it up? If so, I'm sure your dad is happy and not happy to be going into the Amazon, at least based off what he's told me before. 2 hours of space, Devin. Yeah, 2 hours. Ken, thank you again for joining us back. Hey, I'm sorry, I don't remember the answer on whether the job thing was a good or bad thing. This is nice. Made it. But congratulations if it's a good thing on the whole work changing and you not being able to make it as much. If it's a bad thing, sorry. I don't know, watch us on the breaks. But, so that's all I've got. I think I'm going to close it up. Appreciate, oh, it is bad. Sorry, Ken. Then I'm sorry I brought it up a second time. Hopefully it is for a short period of time and you get to join us on these, I'm saying Friday nights, but I think for you it is Saturday morning, I believe. It's Saturday morning for you, so sorry. Yeah, working Saturdays is not fun. I believe you had told us before you were in the Philippines, I think. But yeah, thank you. Thank everybody for watching. So I appreciate it. Oh, as always, please like, comment, subscribe. All those things help us, help our channel grow. We'll see you on the next one.